Okay. All right. So decided to randomly go live. I don't know how random it is because we usually do it on Fridays once in a while, anyways. But I didn't put out a video today, so I figured I would go live since I had some time. So we'll give everybody a chance to join in, and then we'll get cracking here. See who joins in. Never really know what time to do these things these days because it is 10:15 on a Friday, East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. But I know it's 3 hours behind on the West Coast, so like 7:15. But whatever, we'll see who joins in, see who's up, see who's down for a little chat, and go from there. So I figured I would just go live because I didn't put out a video, but I'll tell you guys what I was up to, what I've been up to, all that good stuff. So some people are joining in. Let's see. I don't know how you pronounce that. Isaiah. Oh, that's just a different way of spelling Isaiah. What's up, Isaiah? Vegas bound. Yeah. So I will be at SEMA next week. So flights booked, hotels booked. I will be there. So I will be there. I'm gonna get out there Tuesday, and then I'm gonna hit SEMA Wednesday, Thursday, and then yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll probably get ripping out of there Thursday night is what I'm guessing. So, but you guys will probably be excited because I'm picking up another vehicle. I haven't announced it. I'm trying to keep the suspense up a little bit. I don't know if you guys have any guesses, but I'm gonna pick up another vehicle. It is Mopar, of course, since everybody seems to love that stuff. I get a lot of questions sometimes about that, like whether I'm just strictly a Mopar person, but I like all the brands, but it seems like Mopar is doing well on this channel, so that's kind of what I've been sticking to as of late. Matt says, I just picked up my phone. What's up? What's going on? Yeah, just a bit of a spontaneous live. See who joins in. See what we get going here. What kind of chats we get into. Yeah, messing around with the RAM the last day or two. Just little stuff that's not even worth filming. Just because it was just tiny little things, just hoses that I wanted to button up and stuff. But man, it was kicking my ass. Tiny little things like little hoses and stuff, and I just wanted to improve upon some of the clamps and stuff when I originally put it together, and it was just fighting me the whole time. I almost should have recorded it. I didn't really think it was gonna be that eventful, but it turned into a whole circus getting those hoses buttoned up. Ooh, that's a sneaky way of asking if it's a truck or a car. Does it have a trunk or a bed? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Congrats on SEMA and the channel growth. Thanks, man. Yeah, I wish I was. Oh, I should turn this down. Let me know if it's like getting too loud. It looks like it's like spiking like crazy, but let's see. There, that should be a little bit better. Let me know if that's too low or not. But I can see when I start to get excited, it like goes into the red. But let me know how the volume is. I can turn it up and turn it down. Yeah. As far as SEMA, I wish I had my like one of our vehicles or projects out there, but yeah, this year just there's just too much going on, and I guess I didn't really reach out to enough people maybe to put it in the booth. But it's kind of okay actually. I don't know that I was really excited to race across there, across the country just to put a show on, or put a vehicle on display, I should say. But yeah, who knows? I'm sure at some point, one of these years, I'll have a vehicle in SEMA for sure. I don't doubt it. I mean, the build quality is there. You guys have seen there's like a whole thing about the build quality. Usually, build quality of SEMA stuff is just terrible. So ours would definitely be better than most. Matt says, I've been without my main phone for 2 weeks because of a mobile cell repair. Oh man, that sucks. Well, at least you got your phone now. How you liking Florida so far? As far as Florida, I like it. It's the only strange thing I find is just the humidity. Not so much, I can tolerate the humidity temperature-wise like myself, but just more from a car guy perspective and just having additional parts and things, like you pretty much, I'm pretty much coming to the realization that in order to have like spare car parts and just things in general, like you have to have like some sort of climate controlled space. I don't know how everybody else is doing it, but um, like if you leave something outside, it's gonna get rusty. Not only rusty, but if you leave something outside, it's gonna start to grow like algae on it, just because it's so humid outside and there's so much moisture that things just start growing. Like the earth just starts reclaiming things. So the reason why I say that is because like when we were in California, like I could have a shed outside, I could put whatever the hell I wanted in it, and I didn't have to worry about like it turning into a living organism when I went to open my shed. But here it's like a real deal. So, because I was thinking about getting a shed here and just putting just a random bunch of random crap in it, like spare wheels, spare tires, odds and ends, spare parts that I don't necessarily need to have in my shop, just to kind of get the clutter out of the shop. And I'm like trying to figure out how I can accomplish that without it literally, like it's almost like out here, it's like if you leave something outside and it's not in the climate controlled, it's almost like leaving like food out on the table for like a week. It'll just start growing. That's kind of what Florida is like. Outside of that, um, it's a really free place. I want to say, like car stuff. It's a lot more less restrictive as far as car stuff and all that. You can pretty much build whatever you want out here. It seems like, but yeah, there's just those other issues like I was mentioning, just as far as the moisture, just things wanting to grow out here. I couldn't imagine buying like an old crappy house. Like how there's like you could buy like a house that's been vacant. Like if the house didn't have climate controlled air running through it, I bet you like the inside of the house would be growing mold everywhere. It's probably a real deal over here. So I like Florida, but it definitely, I mean, like any place, it kind of has its pros and cons. That's definitely something I haven't sorted out yet. But for car guys like us, it's a little bit harder to contend with. Um, Freddie says recommendations on a cam kit for the fifth gen. That's a tough one. Whenever somebody asks me about a cam kit, I always tell them decide who you want to go with as a tuner first. That's gonna be your biggest thing, because if you can't, like I've done it before and I've seen it before. It's like you go out and somebody tells you this is the biggest, baddest cam or whatever the case is. You get that, and then you go to a tuner and he says, "Why the hell did you go get that? Like you shouldn't get that. You should get this." And then it ends up being this whole thing. And then the tuner always seems like they're a little bit butthurt that you went and put this thing in there that they didn't want you to put in there. So figure out who you want to tune it, and that's like a whole other debate on tuners, the good ones, the bad ones. Use this guy, don't use that guy, use this guy. Figure out the tuner, ask him which setup he prefers for your goals and whatever you're trying to do, and I would go that way. I mean, there's just so many options out there, and it's good that there is a lot of options, but that's what I would tell you to do. Let's see who's up next. Same question as Lewis. Oh, yeah, so I answered the Florida question. My official guess is 1971 Challenger. That would be pretty sweet. That is a good guess. And that would be a pretty sweet setup, not gonna lie. Yeah, saltwater and humidity is a real B. Yeah, I think like my if I had my way, if money's not an option, I think the ideal setup, to be honest with you, would be to have a place here and to have a place in Arizona. I think having those two places, I think, would give you like the ultimate combo. The winters in Florida are like hard to beat because like the temperature is just, it's one of the southernmost points in the U.S. So the Florida winters are really nice, I should say. Not that Arizona summers are any better; they're ridiculously hot, but I think Arizona it's kind of on the path of California, like politics wise, but I think if you could have a home base in Florida, you don't have state income tax, all that stuff, and there's just a lot more free and open. Have all your stuff registered here, and then have a place in Arizona, and that way you could still be close enough to California if there's a big event and stuff. You can go out there without having to be in California. I don't know. I think it would be a decent setup. I think it would be cool to have more than one location. If, like I said, if money was an object, definitely not there at this point. Let's see who's up. And just a reminder, you guys, if you guys want me to spend more time on your particular question, if you drop a super chat, I don't really care what the dollar amount is, just make it $5 and up, and I'll spend a lot more time on your particular question. So if you guys have been on the live streams before, that's what I usually do. There's a super chat, somebody has a question, and I'll spend at least 3 to 5 minutes on it, depending on what it is. And it pops up big and bold, and it's just easier for me to see your question. As more people join in, I won't be able to get to everybody's. Who's next here? I would spray foam insulate your big shop in the future. That would be awesome. Help you relax in the summer working on cars. Yeah, it's all money, right? So spray foaming would be one expense, and then having to insulate it. Plus, spray foaming looks terrible in my opinion. It is an option for sure. It is an option. It's just gonna be an extra expense. What do you prefer for the Ram 1500 liquid moly? Oh, oil. That's another one of those big debate ones. Everybody's gonna fight you on which one they think is better. Honestly, as long as it's a name brand, like a decent name brand, I don't think you can go wrong. I don't think you need to spend the extra money on liquid moly. There is certain oils that have more zinc in them, which is better for lubrication. Again, people will fight me for saying that, or fight you on that. The AMSOIL, or not AMSOIL, the Mobile One, it's a thicker oil, but I run it here in the south because it's always hot. But the AMSOIL, sorry, I keep saying AMSOIL, Mobile One, 15W50 is, it says right on it, it has higher zinc levels, so that's why I run all the performance vehicles that I have. But like I said, 5.7, I don't think it's really gonna make a difference what oil you run on it. Just synthetic would, be preferential, I would say. RT Sanchez, yo, what's up? What's up, man? Yeah, no rest here in California, but it's a mission to get a truck smogged. Yeah, it's pros and cons no matter where you go. There's just so much weird stuff going on in California between crime, cost of living, vehicle registration is outrageous. There's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. So plus, depending on if you ever plan on leaving California, that's why a lot of businesses ran out of there because, like I said, not political. It's just matter of fact. They were talking about like making an exit tax in California, and even like places like New York were talking about it. So, say you had a business, you started it, and you're in California. If you left that business, they would tax you for like 10 years after you left, saying, "Well, you made that business here in California, so." That's a California business. We're gonna keep taxing you even though you left. And like I'm not even joking about this stuff. You guys can Google it and check it out. So stuff like that. If you're just an average Joe working a 9 to 5 for a company and you don't really care, that might be one thing. But even then, having California state tax and that's gonna keep going up and up. They're just taking money out of your pocket. Whereas places like Florida, there's no state income tax, so that's just extra money in your pocket, and it's a little more affordable to live. What do you prefer? Oil, I answered that one. Yeah, smog. I have a little rust in my RT RAM. Yeah, it's a problem. Let's see. Hope your new project, Ride for the channel, does good driving all the way back to the Boost Motorsports headquarters. Yeah, so you guys do or don't know. So next week I'm going Tuesday. I'll be flying out to Vegas. I'll be picking up a new vehicle. New to me. It's definitely not new. I wish it was new. And then I'm going to SEMA for a couple days and then driving that thing, road tripping all the way back from Las Vegas all the way back to Florida. So it's gonna be a fun drive. Hopefully I know for you guys, you probably want it to be exciting and watch like some roadkill style stuff where I'm broken down on the side of the road. I'm kind of hoping I don't have that excitement, but I guess maybe it'll just add to the adventure. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly in. I just have a carry-on. Once it lands, the guys can pick me up from the airport, go pick up the vehicle, do the deal, do the exchange. I'm gonna put insurance on this thing, and then I'll have like Tuesday to mess around in the city in Vegas. and then going to SEMA Wednesday, Thursday. Probably get out of there either Thursday night or Friday morning, and then we're gonna drive this vehicle across. But before I kind of go too far, I'm gonna go to Walmart and just get like a basic toolkit, maybe Harbor Freight, and just so I have tools with me just in case this thing breaks. And then yeah, we're gonna just start driving east. So we got, I think it's something stupid like 30, I want to say 33 hours of driving. Let me see how many miles it is. It's something that's absolutely outrageous. Not that I haven't done it, but just for an old vehicle that's like, I think, how many years old would it be? Like 23 or 24 years old. So yeah, I guess that kind of rules out the 1971 Challenger that you guys are asking about, because I have mentioned before that it's about 23 or 24 years old. Let's see, Las Vegas. I'm gonna tell you guys how many miles it is right to here. I guess I can switch them. Let's see. It's calculating. That's how far. That's how far it is. It's a thing to think. Okay, so it's almost 2,400 miles. 2,350. Yeah, depending on which road I go, it's about 2,400 miles. So should be fun. Should be fun. I'm excited about the drive. Yeah, it's gonna be an adventure. I'm gonna share it with you guys, document the whole thing, of course. I'll be posting up on the channel. Help me get rid of the little rust under my truck. Yeah, I got my own issues to deal with, bro. I hear you though. I feel for you. Who's your favorite YouTuber? If we're talking car stuff, I know people are probably gonna hate that, but I'm a car guy. Like I love cars, I love trucks, all that stuff. I think one of the most entertaining automotive YouTubers for me, I know it's probably gonna piss off some people, is probably Whistling Diesel, just because it's just funny and it's different and it's just kind of entertaining. It's very cringy at times, but it's something that's like it's like a train wreck. Like you can't. It's like one of those things you can't look away from. That's kind of what I feel like his content is like, and that's why it does so well. Which I could probably take some notes from that guy because he's obviously killing it, right? But if we're talking car stuff, if we're talking other stuff, I don't really watch cable TV or anything like that, or whatever any subscription TV. I guess we'll call it, since cable is pretty much obsolete at this point. But I watch like a lot of different YouTubers as far as like investing and stuff and just entrepreneur stuff. Some of them would be like Patrick Bet David, Valuetainment. I watch a lot of like Meet Kevin stuff. And he talks about investing and stocks and portfolio stuff. So it's kind of what I'm gonna try to do on the side. I think is do some investments and stuff like that. So try to do my car and automotive stuff and all the YouTube stuff that we're doing here, but at the same time try to have some stocks and a bit of a portfolio, and invest in some stuff. That way, I'm kind of doing both. So since I'm already here working on stuff, I can do a bit of like day trading or even investing. That way, I kind of have a few different sources of income because it's hard to survive just off the YouTube income alone. At least with the side of the channel that I have right now. I mean, it's happening, it's doable, but it's not like living it up over here, which I kind of want to just get to another level here. But yeah, that's a couple or two or three of my favorite YouTubers, I guess. Will you get a Mopar 2023 model? No, not with as many vehicles as I have kind of on deck right now. I wouldn't be able to swing it. If I sold some stuff, then maybe. But can I have Boost and Motorsports as a sponsor? I'm trying to sponsor myself, bro. It's hard to make ends meet right now with all this stuff. What's the best way to lower your Dakota? That's a hard one. The best way? I don't know. It's the cheapest way. There's not too many options out there as far as most of them. If it's a regular, so an RT model Dakota will already have the axle flipped. I don't think. Maybe I'm tripping. It's been a while. I haven't really messed with a regular one. I want to say a regular Dakota, the axle isn't flipped. But yeah, I would say I would say probably looking at the Beltec kit, because I think Beltec still offers a lot of stuff. That's going to be the most cost-effective stuff. Let's see. Every time somebody comments, this thing jumps all over the place. I'm just trying to keep it in line here. Brian says, good evening. What's up, Brian? Shipped from Newfoundland. 94 Viper owner here. Nice. Oh, you know what, I should almost open this up for a second. Let me see if I can set something. I want to show you guys this thing I was looking at on Mopar today. And it's not that I'm planning on necessarily buying anything, but it's always kind of entertainment to look at some of the stuff. Let me see if I can find this vehicle I was looking at. Let me open this for you guys. Give me 1 second. Here, let's see if we can do this. Let me switch this over. So I found this. So obviously, you guys know the hurricane rolled through in Florida here, and now the flood vehicles are starting to pop up. Let me see if this works. Let me switch this. Okay, 1 second here. I think I just gotta alter this, and we should be in business. Okay, there we go. Yep, that should work. Okay, so check this out. We're on Copart. So look at this. Where is it? So 1998 Dodge Viper. So this wasn't like Punta Gorda. That's right where everything hit. So check this thing out. So this is what I was having this conversation with my mom actually about this, because you know she's into cars as well. Maybe not to the extent that I am, but she's into cars too. So I was telling her, like, this is almost an identical car to mine. It's not an ACR, but it's a 98. It's red with silver stripes. So this, I'm trying to wrap my head around the story behind this. So this thing it doesn't look the greatest right now because the hood's popped and whatever, it's got moisture inside it, but it was in, you can see the location, I think. Where does it say? Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can see this here, Punta Gorda. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse on the screen, but it was in Punta Gorda, Florida. It's an upcoming sale. You can see the primary damage is a flood vehicle. So it says its estimated retail value is 53. I honestly think that's kind of low given the market right now, but maybe with flood damage. I don't know if a flood damaged vehicle can be repaired in Florida, or I guess it should be able to, because otherwise it would say irreparable. But anyways, let me click on this for a second. So this car essentially was never driven, and somebody didn't get it out of that area when the storm was coming, which is another point which I'm going to talk about in a second. So check this thing out, some of the pictures. Let's switch to HD so you guys get a better clarity of it. So this thing is like, I'll show you the odometer on it. It's spotless. So inside, like, this thing is just bone stock, and it's got no miles on it. So check out the mileage here. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's really blurry, but 1,700 miles. So this car is essentially brand new. Nobody ever really driven it, and then just the storm took it. So rather than somebody try to maybe do that, unless it was part of a huge collection and it was just too much to move all over the place, but rather than somebody try to get this thing out of the storm, just like, this thing is like showroom condition. Like, the paint is so fresh on it. I'm almost curious to what it might go for. If I had the extra money, I think it would be cool just to buy it. But yeah, it says retail value, estimated retail value is 53 grand. But I mean, the whole car is spotless. It's just the fact that it has water damage in it. I think it'd be a cool project to get, but tell me what you guys think. I'm gonna switch the screen back here for a second. But yeah, I was just looking at some stuff, and yeah, I'll switch this and then I'll continue here. 1 second. So let's go here. Yeah, so one of the things when I was shopping for different places, because obviously I knew if I was going to be here in Florida that you know, hurricanes would be a thing, right? So when I was shopping down here, I wanted to be like somewhat close to the action, but I didn't want to be like right close to the water for reasons like I just showed there. Because if you have a bunch of cars I mean, maybe it's some sort of car collector, and that was like the least of his worries. Maybe he had Lambos or whatever else he had, and just got the rest of the stuff out of there, or the really expensive stuff. But like and not only that hurricane thing, it was like it was supposed to hit. First, it was supposed to hit Tampa. Then it started just shifting. It kept going more east. So it was like we didn't really have that much time. Like people evacuated Tampa, they went to Orlando, and then Orlando ended up being right in the main path. So even though there is a bit of a tracking system or warning system, it's not that predictable. But I just didn't want to be next to the coast because things like that can happen where it's never. People are always saying, oh, well, hurricanes never hit here, and then all of a sudden it wipes something out. But that's why for me, I'm like an hour, just about an hour or so inland from Tampa or the actual Gulf, which I think is a little bit safer bet. But even here, it was a little bit sketchy, but it's not going to be like right on the water. Like over there, it's just going to be annihilated. See where we're at in his comments. Here we go. Yeah, so I do. JS2 also mentioned that I do have videos on lowering a Dakota. So if you check out the older videos, you can see how to lower it. Rude Mopar dude, what's up? He ain't so rude. He's pretty nice most of the time. I always see Rude Mopar dude up in the chat. What's up, Will? What's up, Jeremy? Chicago, Illinois has a few taxes as well. Yeah, it's not even political at this point. I mean, I guess it is, but it's just any of these Democratic states are just running wild with the taxes and the craziness, right? Hi John, how's it going? Hello. Max says, yep. That is why Elon wanted to leave California and several other large dogs from moving ASAP due to taxes. All you just hit on. Yeah, it's a weird one. I mean, it's kind of a love-hate thing because I moved to California in 2015, so I'm not like a Californian or anything like that. But I moved there, and just seeing the difference from like 2015 to like 2021, I guess when I left. It was just crazy. It was like just seeing the progression of how expensive it was and everything else, and just lockdowns and all that crap. It's a strange thing to watch unfold before your eyes. I mean, the car scene is huge out there, but it's just crazy. Like, I actually had this conversation with somebody the other day. I was like, "There's tons of car events. Like, you can pretty much pick any day of the week, you guys, and there's a car event going on. And because it never rains, it's like pretty much always a go. So that's one of the big pros of living out in California. But on the flip side, you have all these people with all these modified cars or whatever, custom cars, and then you have police, which I don't know, like I'm all for like, police and law enforcement, but like this is like taking it to another level in California. They will actively look on like different promoters, like social media, and when they see there's a meet somewhere, they will go there and they'll like hit that meet full force. They'll like camp right in front of the entrance, and they'll just pick off cars. You just see flatbeds just towing everybody, giving everybody state refs. If you guys don't know what a state ref is, it's like if your car's modified, they'll just pull your tags, and you have to get a flatbed out of there, and then you have to bring your car to a state ref and have them inspect it, and everything has to be 100% stock with no check engine lights and just fully, everything. So even if your car had like an issue, you have to make sure your car goes bone stock. Like people have had to like completely like unmodify their cars by just getting a state ref. So it's just like you're trying to go to like a car meet to have fun, but at the same time you're like all nervous driving the thing because you don't know if you're gonna get picked off by these police guys that are just there to like, I guess, pull these cars off the road. So it's a weird vibe. But yeah, there's events every day of the week out there, which is cool. That's why I was saying if you have like a place in Arizona, if there's a big meet and you just you know, drive your vehicle over there and you have out-of-state plates. They're not gonna like try to make you abide by the California uh, whatever, right? So I think that would be like the best way to do it if you wanted to. What do we got next? Oop, jumped all over. Guys, if you guys want me to spend more time on your questions, drop me a super chat, and because it looks like we're starting to get pretty live here in the chat. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to everybody's comments, so drop a super chat if you got a specific question, and I'm just gonna try to work my way through these. Will you sail your Ram 24s? I think you're referring to the Hellcat ones. No, because unless somebody offered me some crazy money for them, probably not. But I've already sold the 24 Hellcat reps once, and then I missed them, and then I bought them again. So unless it's some crazy money, I'm probably not gonna sell them. Max, that's dope. Just show the food, my dude. Yeah, definitely be doing some food vlogs way back in Vegas. Too bad for California. I loved it there. Yeah, it's definitely a nice place. It's just got so many issues. It's unfortunate. I mean, I watched there was like what was I watching? I don't know if you guys have seen like the show or series Mad Men, but it showed like California like back in the day. I feel like I don't know 50s, 60s, 70s was like prime for California. Like the car scene, like pretty much that's where like a lot of the car scene in America evolved was in California. And then like that's where all like a lot of the high performance companies are, but they're just getting picked off in there and people are just running out of there in droves, unfortunately. He just passed something that doctors will be punished for speaking out. Oh my god, it's always something, right? Crazy. Newsom over there doing all sorts of crazy things. Will says, "Hey John, are you and DIY linking up again in the future?" Yeah, he lives about three and a half hours or so away from me, so I'm sure we'll be doing something at some point. I think he's really occupied with trying to get his track hawk challenger sorted out. So I know he's trying to get that thing fixed. I tried giving him a hand a little bit, but there's only so much I can do with a few hours time. But he's got a lot of stuff to sort out on that thing, and I think that's what his main focus is. But yeah, definitely, if he's going to an event or something, like because I'm going to be ready to race here another few weeks as well. Like Hellcat's Ram is pretty much ready to go to the track. I'm just kind of waiting for it to cool off a bit. I've just been buttoning up a few things. So you guys already saw. Oh, also I'm waiting for a drive shaft loop to show up. So working with a guy out of Dallas, I believe, and he's developing a drive shaft loop for us. So I'll be showing that for you guys and putting that on because in order to run the slicks on the truck, you technically have to have a drive shaft loop. So I want to install that. And plus, that's a safety measure as well. You know, if something happens on your drive shaft, you don't want that thing to like come out and like stick into the pavement, just pogo the whole car or truck. That's really why that's there. It's not just to be a nuisance to people. So drive shaft loop. We already got the drag pack, and we'll be at the track. So yeah, we'll probably we'll see. He's talking a lot of smack, Mr. DIY gang, talking a lot of smack that he can beat me. So we'll see what happens. Oh, not only that, he said his wife was going to beat me, and they've only been to the track like once or twice. So we'll see how that goes. I think he's forgetting that I'm a racer. So we'll see. Next up, worked at comp cams for 8 years, and we started having major hydraulic flat tapping. Camshaft seeing, tearing up the lobes, finally narrowed it down to ZDDP, which is zinc, which is a gritty additive. Huh. Interesting. Usually it's the opposite. A lot of people like the additional zinc in their oil, but who knows? Mine is an RT99. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I mean, you can just watch the older videos on me lowering mine. You can kind of watch the progress on what I ended up doing. That allows lifters to spin with the camshaft rotation. You must miss having a lift in your garage at times. Will you be getting one anytime soon? Yeah, it's just like I swear, I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's like one thing after another right now. It's like I didn't have a chance to go shopping for a lift or even, matter of fact, to install one. So first, when I moved in, we took apart the Dakota, and I was trying to get the Dakota kind of prepped and ready for Mopar. Then I was trying to get the Hellcat Ram built. Then when I got back, then there was a hurricane. It was just a big freaking mess over here. And also, I kind of wanted to take just a week or two off because this whole year has just been absolutely crazy between trying to find a house, trying to find a place to live, trying to find a place to work, and just everything. I just wanted like a couple weeks just downtime. And now I'm going out to SEMA to pick up. Um, you guys will see why I'm getting what I'm getting, but I'm picking up another vehicle. And it just so happened to line up. I wasn't really planning to go to SEMA, but it ended up just being that it made sense because um, the vehicle's out there, and then it was like a week away from SEMA. I'm like, you know what? Let's make an adventure out of this thing. I'll wait like an extra week, go out there, check out SEMA, see if there's anything cool, and then we'll road trip this vehicle back. So once I get back, I do need a lift for sure. I'm trying to see if I can work with a company too. Reached out to Benpack, trying to see if I can do something with them, maybe on the lifts in there. Either that, or if I don't hear back from those guys, maybe I'll try my luck with some other companies and see if we can get somebody that wants to work with us. Since you guys already know the lift is going to be on display in the videos, almost every single video, so it would be beneficial for a company. But I just haven't had the time to uh, kind of solicit some of these companies and see if they want to work anything out. But definitely need it. I've obviously been getting by without it, but yeah, there's some stuff that would definitely be helpful. Not only that, but we're going to be adding another vehicle into the shop. I haven't even pulled the SST in there, so having a four-post lift where we can start double stacking some of the stuff would free up some space as well, right? Let's see, Dustin, hit that thumbs up button, everyone. Yeah, we got 27 people in here and only 18 likes. So if you guys haven't already, drop one of these. It'll help the algorithms, supposedly, anyways. That way, the channel and these videos get that shared with other people. So definitely do me a solid. It's free to smash that thumbs up. So let's do that. Thanks for the reminder, Dustin. Lewis, are you going to do any lifted truck with a Hellcat motor? Probably not. I feel like lifted truck with a Hellcat motor is just a TRX. And I mean, I don't really, not, to, I don't want to say it the wrong way. I'm not really, I don't really have anywhere to go off roading, anyways. That it's not really my scene. So I'm gonna be doing something else. So I want to get into the drifting scene. So we're gonna have some stuff that we can go down the drag strip with, and then I want to do drifting as well. So it's gonna be the other thing I want to try to get into. Ron, how's it going? How's it going, Ron? Let's see. 53K, that's crazy. Is it worth that? Yeah. So a Viper right now, like a 1,700-mile Viper like that. We're kind of getting back to the topic I wanted to talk to about 5-10 minutes ago, but I'm just working through the comments here. Yeah, those things are worth like that one there. If it wasn't messed up like how it is, it'd be well over 100. So that's what I'm saying. 53K is way undervalued. So take a loan, add it to the fleet. It would be cool. Would be cool. If you could get a great deal on a flood car for a project, that would be crazy content. Yeah, it would. It kind of goes back to what I was saying before about everything growing down here. It would just be, you almost have to like take it to, if you got a flood car in Florida, you almost have to take it and just park it in California for about 5 years and let it dry out. Or Nevada or Arizona, just park it in the desert, let the thing dry out and bring it back again. That'd probably be the easiest way. Just park it outside for 5 years in Arizona in the dry fart desert and just let it soak up all the moisture out of the car and then bring it back. Ron says, flood damage are not too bad to fix. Engine transmission drain or flush. Do not try to start it until you drain it. Yeah, of course. Then dry out the interior and stuff. Yeah, it's weird because then, like I said, down here in the south, it's so humid that down here in Florida, that things start growing mold even without a flood. So I'm just wondering, like, you add that little bit of moisture, it's probably gonna be like, boom, full on science experiment growing in that car. Would you ever do a hellcat swap for a viewer slash customer? Being that I paid for the engine and your labor, I'm over in Daytona and wanting to swap an 04 Ram Rumblebee, or willing to give some insight. Yeah, I could. Only thing is, and I'm not saying this applies necessarily to you, but if you guys only knew, I guess two things. The amount of, I don't think anybody really, for this matter, knows how much labor actually goes into some of these projects. Like, it's not as simple as just throwing a motor in there and doing wiring. And I know on YouTube it probably makes it seem really easy because I'm taking days of work and I'm condensing it into like a 20-minute video. And some people watch it. A lot of car guys watch it and be like, oh, okay, yeah, really squeeze that video into 20 minutes. It's almost like when you watch like Hot Rod TV back in the day or whatever. Some of those shows, it's like they completely build a car in like a 1 hour episode. It's not like it took an hour to completely build a car from scratch. But where I'm going with that is, I don't think anybody really knows how much work this goes into it, especially with your vehicle being a '04. It's like none of that wiring on that truck is gonna work with the Hellcat. It's just too old. So that's almost a similar situation as the Dakota. It's like you pretty much gotta scrap the whole wiring system and just start over. And it's a lot of work. So yeah, I could probably do something, but are you willing to pay the amount of labor that it takes for somebody like me to do it? Unless you got deep pockets, I mean, you're talking like a ton of money. I'm just gonna tell you it that way. So, if you go to any shop, like I encourage you to go to a shop and ask them how much to do something like that. But you don't even know if they can accomplish it. You guys at least know I've got at least two of these things under my belt, and I've done them fairly quickly. That I can accomplish it. So I'm not worried about getting it done. It's just, do you really want to spend the amount of money that it takes to get that done? That's a question for you. I get so many people that hit me up. Hey, can you Hellcat swap this? Can you swap this for me? How much would you charge of this? And then people almost like fall over when I tell them how much. I'm not even interested in touching it for certain prices. So, yeah, that's the situation. So, yeah, I'd be open to it. Hit me up. Send me a message. Are you gonna like my price? Probably not. For the headache and the time involved, it's just I'm putting at this point in time. I've got my track record under my belt. You guys know the kind of and quality of work I do. I'm just not gonna do it unless it's very profitable for me because I don't have the time, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of work to get some of this stuff done. So, like I said, '04, you're gonna have to completely convert the thing over. It's not gonna be an easy swap for you. Will, can't wait for the SSD product. Yeah, I'm surprised, you guys. There was a lot of people that are excited for the SSD. I kind of am too. Comment down below. I'm almost debating whether to, for now, I'm probably not going to fix like the body on it until we're done with the mechanical side of it. But even once we get the mechanical side, would you guys want to see like a patina style paint on it? I'm almost like tempted just to kind of give it like a patina like clear coat over top of all the rust, just leave it for now, and it can be like a sleeper for the time being. I mean, I think at some point it deserves to be restored to its original glory, but I think it would be kind of just be cool to kind of like, I don't know, just maybe knock down some of the roughness of some of the rust and just like clear over it and just do like a patina type thing. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's see, where are we at with these comments here? Trying to get through them. We'll see. Lewis, I live in Orlando. Hurricane usually misses the Orlando area. My mother is in Lakeland. I was worried sick for her and my sister. Yeah, it was a weird time. I mean that was my first one, so I really don't know, but um, it was strange to see. Like, I swear, even when I've never really paid that much attention to these hurricane things, but I swear, like when I would see it on TV, it's like it's gonna hit here, and that's where it hit. But like this one was like all over the place. Sounds like what the cops are doing in Winnipeg the past few years. Yeah, it's not fun. Replace all electronics. Don't try to save it. If it's salt water, scrap everything with copper and get new or used. Drain and flush the tank. Yeah, it'd be fun. Hey, you got any of those throttle bodies left? Send me a message. I got a few emails on them the last few days, so I've been trying to respond to them. But yeah, they take. It's not like a high production thing that I do as far as the throttle bodies, but I do get them done. So I should have the next batch done in a few weeks. But not making the stuff up, you guys. They are sold before I even get my hands on them. So if you're interested in one of them, hit me up, get your pre-order in. They're all, like I said, they're all sold before they even arrive. So get your pre-order in early so that I can reserve one for you. And then as soon as I get them, it goes out on a shipping day, or sorry, it goes out shipping priority almost the same day or the next day once I get them. So if you're interested, send me an email. If you don't have my email, I'll write it here in the chat again. And yeah, I'll get you hooked up with the throttle body and the details. The serial killer days. I don't know what you guys are talking about. The reason why I'm saying that under my breath, I don't know. YouTube's so crazy these days that I don't want to like say certain things. You never know. You never know. Everybody's getting canceled for everything. Damn, check engine light. Ben Pack needs to hook it up. Yeah, I'll be down. My bad. We need the zinc in the oil to help the. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you're talking about, but yeah. Yeah, zinc is a lubricant. Didn't know that was a cause of engine wear. Yeah, so the ZDP, ZDDP, I guess, or zinc additive is actually it's required on some of the older vehicles, like the flat tappets. Otherwise, it will just chew the thing up. So it's just an added lubricant. Yeah, and then like you said, the EPA took it out because it wasn't environmentally friendly or whatever. So actually, interestingly enough, if you look at the bottle of the Mobile One 15W50 and you look at like that little circle label that has like all the EPA certifications on it, the Mobile One 15W50 that says like for racing, it only has like it doesn't even have any of those EPA certifications there. It just doesn't have them because it's not compliant, I guess. But you just I feel like it's a better oil just because of that. No patina, respray white. Can you please tell me how you eliminated the vibration issue on your Dakota? I built a Ram 1500 with 8 HP 90, and on my first pass down the drag shift, bell housing completely shattered. Yeah, so that's the reason. If you guys do or don't know why I have an 8 HP 90 sitting here on the shelf, and I did not put it into the Hellcat Ram. A lot of people are like, why didn't you put it in the Hellcat Ram? The reason why I didn't put it in the Hellcat Ram is because I've already shattered one of those transmissions. Did it in the Dakota. My buddy Jason, he's shattered one or two of them now. I've lost track. Everybody's breaking them. But it has to do with a few different factors, which I've kind of narrowed down. So far, and even on the 8 speed, a lot of people upgrade the even on the 8 HP 70s. I should clarify. People will upgrade their drive shaft, and then they'll still instead of breaking the drive shaft, they'll just break the whole transmission in half. I've identified a few different things on them. So I am testing a prototype drive shaft right now. I don't even know how to. I pretty much designed it myself. I had some ideas and some concepts in mind and some theories, which I'm testing on mine. And here's kind of the progression of it. So far, I've had it up to 120 and no issues. I don't even feel any vibration. So I think that should be enough to get me down the quarter mile safely without any issues. I know some guys experience vibration in and around those speeds. This thing is just dead smooth up to 120 so far. So I do plan on turning up the boost on the Hellcat Ram. So with that being said, we might start getting into some higher trap speeds. But so far so good. I might see about getting somebody to make them for me and for us and start offering them because I'm the one that's spending the time to kind of make it. And if it does do what I want it to do, like I said, I'm going to test it out on the Ram. If everything goes as planned on the Ram. Then I'm going to redesign one for the Dakota, and then hopefully we'll be able to maybe take it back to the track. But I know a lot of people, I keep seeing the same guy. You guys that are watching my channel, you probably see the same guy always complaining. Mr. Was it Ledford or something like that? He's always ragging on me. When are you gonna take the Dakota to the track? Take the Dakota to the track. We need time slips. I don't care about anything unless it's a Dakota. You're scared of the Dakota. You guys are probably laughing because you probably have seen enough of those comments from the one guy. I think it's funny. It's kind of entertaining. I've explained why I haven't done it. I haven't done it because one, if that transmission explodes, it is extremely dangerous for my safety and anybody else that's around me. When you have a transmission completely splitting in half and you're doing over 120 miles an hour at a drag strip and you're on slicks in the back, it is just asking for a chaotic event. So that's what happened the first time. I think I was doing like 120 or 126 miles an hour and the transmission exploded on me. So um, wasn't fun, definitely nerve wracking. So there's that. There's the safety aspect. Two is the cost. It is extremely expensive when that happens. I don't know what the price of a new hellcat transmission is, but you can't find a used hellcat transmission for like under $5,000. It's called $4,000 if you want to get lucky with a high mileage. So it's expensive. It's dangerous. And why break another one until we actually fix the issue? So that's why I'm testing some stuff on the Ram. My theory works, everything's buttery smooth there, then I'll transfer that same theory onto the Dakota, and we can test it and see what happens. So that's where we're at. So far, the Dakota seems pretty good. I kind of have like PTSD from it. I don't really want to take it up that high until I do the things that I've done to the Ram drive shaft. Because even though the Dakota doesn't appear to be vibrating like it was last time, it's just it doesn't have some of the features that I've incorporated on the Ram drive shaft, which I would like to have for peace of mind on the Dakota. So hopefully that answers that question. Yeah, mine failed at a. Oh, here we go. Let me keep these in order. The change gauges in the Hell Ram looks sick. Yeah, I haven't. Should I fall off here? I haven't. I've been just testing some stuff in the background. It's the other thing I've been doing as well. Yeah, testing some different theories and stuff with different combos to try to get some of the features working. I'm working with a buddy, Roman, and we are probably going to be offering some stuff here soon. Where I know a lot of guys in the Rams, they want to have the SRT pages, so where you can open up all the different gauges and stuff. So we are working on a programmer or device that will allow Ram guys to have SRT pages. So that's in the works. I've tested some stuff, got it working in the Ram, but we're still developing some stuff. He's going to send me some prototype stuff, and then if it all works, then we will be offering it to you guys. So if you guys are interested in that, drop a comment. I'll probably make something more official, but be curious to see your feedback here, at least in the live. So that's happening. There's some other thing. A lot of people think that you can just plug in that gauge cluster that I plugged in, and everything is good to go, but it's not. So I showed you guys, I illustrated that I can get it working, but to get all the function and features working is another story that we're also going to be working on doing that. So I don't want people to go out there and start buying all this stuff and think that it's just going to work. It definitely doesn't. There's a lot of testing that's going on in the background. Let's see. Really never looked at that on Google. Well, yeah, it doesn't have the EPA label on it. Slap some clear coat on SST for now. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see. See how she looks, how she works. I probably once I get back from this trip, so give it like, let's say like a week and a half, 2 weeks max. I'm gonna try to hang, like I already have the Ram SRT already doesn't have an engine in it, and I've already got the engine on the stand, so I'm gonna try to hang the Hemi motor in there. Have some theories on, I guess a few things. I might be trying to develop some engine mounts for you guys for the SST. So I'm gonna try to get that in the works. So that's the other reason why we're gonna hang it. I have a theory on something that might just work, like a bolt-on solution for us that's already available. So I'm gonna test that. If it works, we will have RAM SST mounts to put a Hemi in there. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to be helping to design them. So either way, it's a win-win if you guys have a second gen RAM and you're thinking of putting a Hemi in it, or a third gen Hemi, I should say. Let's see, who's next? I bought a second 8 HP 90 and I want to make certain that I don't destroy another one. Mine failed at 133. Yeah, it depends on your tire size too, right? Or your gear ratio, how fast that drive shaft's spinning. But I can already tell you, I already know exactly what your setup is, and I can tell you half the problem. But last time I started opening my mouth, companies got mad at me. But yeah. Let's see. Ronald, Josh. Actually, here, Josh, I'll offer you something. This is how I make it. If you guys have any specific problem or issue, or you want my insight on something, I'm offering consulting. It's $150 an hour, but I can deliver a lot of value in that hour. For example, Josh, if you hook up with me and we do the consult, I can tell you pretty much how to build your own drive shafts, and it's going to eliminate a lot of your issues. So I've already worked through a lot of that stuff for $150. It's going to be a lot cheaper than buying 8 HP 90, I'm sure. Because I don't have, right now I'm just in the testing process, but everything's going smoothly so far. But I will tell you, you're going to have to completely redesign what you got going on now. Otherwise, I can pretty much guarantee you'll snap another one. So if it's worth $150 to you, I think it is. Hit me up, email me, direct message me, whatever you want. I promise you that the information will be insightful, because trust me, I have the problem. I'm already working through the problem. I already have the solution. I'm just in the testing phase. So if you're interested, hit me up. Like I said, $150. I guarantee I'll save your transmission, but the offer's on the table. Ronald says, no patina clearing. That is done by people who never finish anything and convinced people that it was the plan all along. That's very dark, Ron. It looks ridiculous, and not to mention it's insulting to the vehicle. I'm gonna start reading people's comments with attitude. Sounds funny. But yeah, Ron, you went dark on that one. Matt says my good friend is getting a Brittany blue. What? Oh, GT 500. Sorry, I gotta take a drink. Getting throat's dry over here. Oh, so he's getting a GT 500. Nice. We're all gonna road trip to Contagion Athletics and hang out with Kevin. Check out his gym. Nice. That'd be cool. I will be passing through Texas. Probably next weekend. If everything goes as planned, next weekend. I don't know how many of the Texas boys are in here, but I will be probably passing through Dallas. If Dallas or Houston, I don't know. I haven't really planned my route just yet. Really depends what's going on and if there's cool things going on. Comment in the comments if you guys are in Texas and want to have a mini pop-up meet. Ron says, what good is a Picasso without paint? I guess. Calm down, Ron. I'm going to paint it afterwards. I was just thinking about something temporarily. It would be kind of cool. At least it wouldn't rust more if it got some clear on it. Mike with the piece. What up? Glad. I love road trips myself. Yeah, it's definitely pretty cool. I got so much work to do that I'm not really, sucks. Kind of like not really overly excited for the road trip. It'd be fun to get out, but I kind of almost just want to go get the thing and get back so I can just get back to the grind, because we've got so much cool stuff happening here. It's just an opportunity that popped up. Once you guys see what I bought, you go, oh, okay, that's why he got it. But it's kind of just one of those things. I really don't feel like going, but the rarity and the opportunity of getting this is just, it's too hard to pass up. So hopefully that makes a little sense. Ozzy, would the remote start work on a 2019 Ram 1500 Classic? Yeah, it should. You're gonna have, I think those remotes that I was showing you though, they only go 13 to 18, if I'm correct. You might have to get a different fob for a 19, but just double check. Like, click when you go to that video, when you click on that key fob seller that I was showing you, go to their store, excuse me, and they have all the different fobs for any year, make, model, whatever. So just make sure that yours falls into the category. If you don't see your vehicle there, just send them a message and make sure you get the right one. But that company specifically that I use for my fob, I'm looking over here because it might be here, but it's been working great, no issues, and they have really good reviews. So like I said, I wouldn't go too cheap. Just worst, that would be the worst thing ever. You go somewhere and then all of a sudden your fob just dies out on you or something, right? So just don't be too much of a cheapskate on the fob because it would just suck at the thing. It's not like a physical key, right? If the electronics fail in it, it's going to leave you stranded somewhere. So just don't cheap out on the key. Let's see. You're awesome and thank you for your Ram 1500 videos. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. More on the way for sure. But thanks for the compliment. Do you have any more Uconnects? Yeah, so I have the two. Originally, the reason why, if you guys are wondering why I have those, when I was trying to get one for the Ram 1500 Hellcat, because it didn't have one, it took me like, I ended up having to get like 3 of them before I actually got one good one. So then I was like, oh, okay, this is an actual problem, because I bought them off, off eBay, and I would get it, and the thing's DOA, dead on arrival. Then I get another one, it's dead on arrival. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So I thought that I would get a few of them, save you guys the hassle of having to go through the same problem that I did, because I at least can plug them in and test them and make sure that they're working. Some of you guys, if you're not doing it as often as I am, you might not be able to tell, hey, is it a problem with my truck or is it a problem with the unit? I kind of eliminated that hassle for you guys. So, but I'm finding it's a lot more difficult and it's more of a pain in the ass for me to get rid of these things. So I have 2 of them. I'm selling them fairly cheap in my opinion, after going through all the headache and hassle of testing them and making sure they're good and getting the radio codes for them. I have 2 of them. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not going to do it anymore because it's just, because everybody keeps asking me, hey, is this thing plug and play? Well, literally, I made a video showing that it's not plug and play. You have to either get a dash harness from a truck that has it, or you have to buy this guy's conversion harness. So those are your 2 options. I show you guys those options. I've explained those options in the videos, but it's just everybody for some reason always messaging me, hey, can I just plug this thing in and it works? No, it doesn't work that way. You guys watched the headache I had to go through in the video to make it work. So once these 2 are sold, they'll be gone. But if you're interested in one, hit me up. They're both tested, working, no scratches, no issues. They comes with a radio code, ready to go. Let's see. Joshua says, I'll email you. I need all the help. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and Josh too, like, once I explain what is actually going on, it'll be like a light bulb goes off in your head. A lot of people, I've had these conversations with multiple people, but people don't seem to want to listen. So that's why I went ahead and I just contacted a drive shaft manufacturer and just had them make exactly what I wanted and how I wanted it. And then I was a little bit ticked off because it showed up not how I wanted it, and then I had to convert it to what I wanted. And now I have to actually ship it back out to ensure that it's balanced. But even without it, without checking the rebalance of it, it's still smooth up to 120. So, and not that it vibrates after 120, it's just the fastest I've gone to. I feel like the shaft is not extending, retracting is needed with such a load on it. It's not that. I'll explain more when we have the consult. 150 is a good deal. You have to do this to keep the channel going, and it's your only income, so everyone support you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I'm not trying to like cry for help or anything, but it's just you guys gotta remember, like, put yourself in my shoes. I'm not trying to like brag or whatever, but we got like almost 120,000 people here. I've got like over 50,000 people on TikTok, almost 20,000 on Facebook, another 20,000 on Instagram. So add that all together, I've got like 200,000 people messaging me every single day. Hey, I have this problem. Hey, I have this. Hey, I have that. It's not that I don't want to help, but I have my own things I got to do during the day. You know, filming, fixing, and then editing. And this is how I make a living. So it wouldn't even make sense. Like you, if you guys put yourself in my shoes, it wouldn't make sense for you to just sit on all these different social media platforms, just answer everybody's questions for free all day long. So, like I said, you guys have seen my work. You guys know that I know how to make stuff work. So now is the time where, you know, I have to charge accordingly for it. So, and it's not gonna hurt my feelings if you don't want to spend the money, then that's fine. Just, you know, watch the videos and interact here. But if you guys want me to like spend time and help you guys, then that's why I'm gonna offer the consultation stuff. So, like Matt said, if you guys haven't heard, send me a message, send me an email. Like I said, I can offer a lot of value in an hour, but we'll do 150 for an hour. That's what my current price is right now. I've helped a few guys already. As I get more busy, as this gets bigger, as more projects get, you know, thrown on my plate, I'm probably going to increase that price because I'm probably my time is just going to continue to go down as this thing unfolds. Dabbing and finesse. I don't know why it's so funny. You must be getting hungry or something. Dabbing and finesse. I'm in Dallas Fort Worth. Yes, I'll be passing through there, but yeah, I might do. I'll try to do. I'll try to let you guys know where I'm at when I'm through Dallas and like when I kind of have a better time frame. Like I said, I'm driving an old ass vehicle across the country, so hopefully the thing, you know, is reliable enough that I can kind of stay on some sort of a schedule and be like, hey, I'm gonna be in Dallas on this time. But at this point, it's just I don't. I haven't even seen the truck in person. Jonathan went and test drove the vehicle for me. He said it seems decent, so he drove it around, um, and he said it was okay. So we'll see. If that thing breaks on me, we're blaming Jonathan. I love Texas. Would love to move to Dallas. I spent a lot of time in Texas, and then I was in Dallas for 6 or 8 months on a project. Dallas isn't what it used to be. It's just crazy. Everybody, I think everybody from LA moved to Dallas, and it is just an absolute shit hole. Like it is just traffic is brutal. Everybody's pissed off. The roads and the infrastructure just aren't meant to handle that kind of that amount of people. So yeah, it was cool, but now it's just gotten saturated with people out of state because everybody's like, oh, move to Texas. That's the place to go. Uh, Matt with the dad emojis. That's too funny. Uh, Ghost Rose, hashtag Mopar. I'm not that I have anything against football, but I know some people will be like, why would you? I've gone live before on like a Sunday. Why would you go live on a Sunday? It's football day. Like, I don't watch football like that. If somebody like wants to watch the game, like I'll watch it just if it's on. But I can't say that I'm a huge football guy. Nothing against it. It just never was my sport growing up. It was always motocross and snowcross for me and racing stuff. Ozzy said, I'm 17 and I'm getting up in the morning when it's 36 degrees outside to turn the truck on. Dang. Yeah, I don't miss the winters, man. I'll tell you that much. I feel for you. I remember having to wake up in the morning, warm up my truck for 20, 30 minutes to melt the ice off the windshield just so you could drive the damn thing. Those days are long gone. I don't miss that at all. That's nuts. That many people are messaging. That is why I don't expect you to respond back when I send you stuff. I'm a very busy guy. You can set up a block message and all them to tell them this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You never know, right? That's the one thing. Um, you just never know. Oh, see, I guess I don't know about baseball either. World Series. See, I don't know. For some reason, I thought, oh, yeah, I'm not even gonna claim to know anything about that. But yeah, so World Series, I know it's baseball, right? I'm not watching. I look like an idiot again. Um, if you want help, this is what I charge with different rates for different things. I love the fall and winter. Yeah. So, anyways, if you guys are interested, if you guys have questions, specific questions, you guys need help with a particular thing, like I said, I'm offering that. Do the consultation thing. I think an hour is a long conversation to have with somebody, so we'll see how that goes. Other thing I'm offering too, I've offered it before, nobody's taken me up on it, but if you guys have if you guys have something like some sort of particular issue or something that I can make a video out of, I could probably do something with you guys with that if you guys want like a video response to a certain problem. Within reason. If it's kind of information that's a little bit more proprietary, I'm not trying to sound like a smart ass here, but some of the stuff that I've spent weeks, months, and at this point, years on figuring stuff out that other people haven't figured out yet. Some of that stuff I'd probably like if somebody was like, "Hey, how did you make the Dakota electrical system happy? How did you make the Hellcat system not freak out that it's in the Dakota? Can you make a video response to that?" It's probably not something I'm going to release because it took so much time between me and my buddy Roman to make that thing happy electronically behind the scenes. So it's certain things I'm not like releasing, but if it's like, "Hey, what do you think of this? Should I don't know, what kind of lowering kit should I put on my truck or whatever?" It's a video response to that, I would be down. Do you ever think about doing a Pro Charger build? I did do a Pro Charger build. So if you check out my older videos, I had a Ram 1500 with a Pro Charger on it. And we went what did we do? 12-1 with the crew cab truck in the quarter mile. So we almost broke 11 seconds on a bone stock 5.7 with a Pro Charger on it. With my boy Jay Green. So if you're curious on the Pro Charger stuff, actually I did 2 Pro Charger setups. We did one on the Dakota, and I also did another one on the Ram. So yeah, check out the older videos if you're curious on Pro Charger stuff. Lewis says, "Thank you for your time. I do look forward to all your videos. Have a good night." Thanks, man. You too. Appreciate it. Matt says, "Do it, brother. It will do automatic reply whenever you contact him in TMs. I think this will cut down the amount of people asking you for handouts. That would get old to me." Yeah, it's hard too because I've turned on the automatic replies, but you never know when somebody that's actually serious might inquire about something. So having the automatic response might can blow them away. So so far I've been managing it on a more personal level, or I guess not an automated way, but like I said, as things get bigger, and it's just we keep going up from here. So as things get bigger, as my time gets more restricted with the YouTube thing, we'll see what happens. But let's see. Yeah, we've been on here for an hour and 15. Probably gonna cut it here, you guys. I'm gonna go get some food, relax. It's 11:30 here right now, so pretty late. So I'm gonna do some winding down, and then wake up early and get some more stuff done. Probably try to take the boat out this weekend. I need a little bit of downtime before I am flying out next week and going across the country. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. Have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on another video.